welcome. If you're here, you're probably keen to really get into some ideas, maybe figure something out for yourself, or just, satisfy that curiosity we all have.
That drive to understand things more deeply.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we're zooming in on a specific passage. It's from day 4, Joseph's Life, God's Presence and Suffering. It's a daily Bible study by Fazioli Publishing.
Ah, yes, Fazioli. They do quite a bit, don't they? Things like Treasures of the Savannah, Obsidian of Freeman, Roots of Wisdom.
Right, and the Bobab Academy stuff too.
Mm.
Plus they have coaching, mentorship, Savannah Academy, so they're definitely in the space of, well, helping people figure things out.
Makes sense.
So our mission today is simple. Dig into Genesis 39, verses 21 to 23. We want to see what it really says about finding, maybe support, or even purpose when things look pretty bleak.
And this isn't just theology for its own sake, right? It feels relevant for anyone facing, well, a rough patch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's set the scene first, though. Joseph's situation leading up to this.
Yeah.
It's grim.
Oh, definitely. I mean, betrayed by his brothers, ends up enslaved, then gets hit with a totally false accusation.
Yeah, by any normal measure, he's completely forsaken. Ruined, really.
And that's the backdrop. That's where we find ourselves when we hit verse 21.
Which says, "But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love." It's short, but wow, given everything. That's huge.
It really is. And, the study points out something interesting. The text doesn't say Joseph felt God was there or that he understood why this was happening.
Just that he was there.
Exactly. It just states it as a fact. God was with him. And the study suggests maybe that simple fact was, in itself, enough.
That hits home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because we often connect how things feel externally with,
Yeah.
whether things are okay on a deeper level.
Right. Good circumstances mean God's happy with us. Bad circumstances mean maybe he's not. Or he's absent.
We can definitely fall into that trap.
Yeah, and the study tackles that directly. It says something like, he is not just the God of the mountaintop, he is the God of the prison.
The God of the wilderness, the God who walks with us through every storm. I like that phrasing.
Me too. It really challenges that idea that God's presence depends on our circumstances being good. It suggests his presence is constant regardless.
Okay, so he's present. But then it gets even more, well, specific. It says, God showed Joseph steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the prison keeper.
Right. Favor. In prison. That sounds odd. Almost contradictory.
How can you have favor when you're locked up?
Well, the study suggests maybe we misunderstand favor or blessing. We often think it means like immediate rescue, getting out of the bad situation.
Yeah, escape, deliverance.
But here, the study proposes favor looked different. It looked like endurance, like grace. Grace to stand in the fire, as they put it, without being consumed.
So the favor wasn't getting out of prison?
Not yet, anyway.
It was the strength within prison, the ability to cope, to stand firm.
Precisely. It's a different way of looking at what divine help might actually be in the middle of suffering.
And it doesn't stop there, does it? Because Joseph isn't just enduring passively.
No, not at all. He actually gets put in charge of all the prisoners, the very place meant to break him.
Becomes a place of responsibility. And the text adds, whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. Even there.
Which really underscores this idea the study brings out. God wasn't just sustaining Joseph, he was actively preparing him.
Okay, that's a key point, because when you're in the middle of something awful, it often feels pointless, right? Like wasted suffering.
Totally. You think, why this? What's the point?
But this suggests maybe that pain, that difficulty, it isn't necessarily wasted. It could be shaping you for something else.
Something you can't even see yet.
And the study gets quite practical here. It points out that in prison, Joseph was,
Learning things. Learning to lead, learning to manage, learning to navigate authority.
skills he definitely need later. The study makes that explicit connection. This prison experience was, in a weird way, training for leading a nation.
It's like an apprenticeship in the most unlikely place imaginable.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About our own frustrations or limitations, the things that feel like prisons right now.
Yeah. Could it be that even within those constraints, we're actually developing resilience or skills or insights that, well, that will be crucial down the road?
So the message seems to be, don't despise the trials of today, as the study puts it. Don't assume that because it's hard, God's absent.
Right. It's easy to feel forgotten when things are tough.
But the encouragement here is, He is with you. He is working. He is preparing you for what is to come, even if it doesn't feel like it.
That's really the core thing to grasp, isn't it? trusting that presence, trusting that process, even when everything looks dark and the future is uncertain.
Yeah.
And the study ends on such a hopeful note, connecting it all together, because the same God who was with Joseph in the prison would soon lift him up to the palace.
From prison to palace.
And what he did for Joseph, he will do for you. It's a promise of eventual restoration and purpose.
So wrapping up this deep dive, the main takeaway, I think, is that even when you're in those really difficult spots, those times that feel like total setbacks,
Yeah.
there might be an unseen support system at play. And maybe, just maybe, there's preparation happening for future growth, for a purpose you can't quite see yet. Joseph's story, even just these few verses, really drives that home.
It definitely invites some personal reflection, doesn't it? How could this viewpoint change how we look at our own current struggles?
Are there maybe hints of support or opportunities for growth that we've been overlooking because we're just focused on the difficulty?
Yeah.
And here's a final thought to chew on.
Hmm.
Could it be that the prison you feel you're in right now, whatever that looks like for you, maybe a tough job, a difficult relationship, a health issue,
Any kind of confinement, really.
right? Could that situation, in ways you can't possibly understand at the moment, actually be equipping you with exactly what you need for a future you haven't even begun to imagine? Something to think about.